But yeah, we back. We
So
talking about the
yeah, that
play-in
play
tournament.
in, yeah, the
Playing,
playing.
yeah.
So yeah, I use that Curry example when the Warriors was seventh seed and ended up missing it all together.
Mhm.
So, what's your thoughts on the play-in? Good or bad thing?
So my thoughts, and I'm gonna let Ant finish it off. My thoughts on the play-in, right? So for the people that don't know, if you don't know what the play-in tournament is, it's the teams that's from the 7th to the 10th seed. They play in a play-in tournament. So the 1 to 6 is automatically in. So the 7th seed will play the 8th seed. The winner of that goes to the 7th seed. Then the 9th seed play the 10th seed. The loser of that plays the winner of the seventh and eighth, and whoever wins that get the eighth spot. The reason why I don't like that is because you play 82 games and you earn the right to get 1 to 8, right? And that's your right. You earned that right. And if a number 10th seed that's by record is not in the playoffs at all, has a chance to be the number 8 seed to move up 2 spots because of one game and negates a whole 82 game season. That shit is crazy to me. I don't know who came up with this, who thought that was cool. If you look at, I think it was either last year or season before, Zion Williams was giving Lakers 40. He gets injured, and then it takes him out of the playoffs. So you lose a
Yeah,
Zion Williamson because of the stupid playing when he already had a playoff spot and he knocks him
yep.
out. So I
Good
hate it.
example.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. It's
Yep.
stupid. Get rid of it. Number 1 to 8, you earned the spot. Get in there and y'all play. There's playoff playing shit is stupid. What's your
Yeah.
take, Ant?
It's a two-headed sword with that, man. Because honestly, I wish it was just 8 seeds. Pause. Like
8 seeds.
8 seeds. Yeah, like you can't win 5 games out of 7 at the end of the season and then get to make the playoffs. I don't agree with that shit. I
Right.
don't agree with that shit, bro. Because if you have grinded in the regular season to get that 8th seed or that 7th seed or the 6th seed, I shouldn't have to play against people that didn't play and make enough and win enough games. You know what I'm saying? So like you
Right.
talking about 10, 11, 12 seeds, like, oh, we just gonna get in the play in. That's I don't like that.
Hate
Because
it.
if you win enough games in a regular season, you should be able to compete against that number 1 seed, the 5th seed. You get like be able to play against the 6th seed. You know what I mean? The 2 seed against the 7th seed, 3 against the 6. Like it should be that, or the 4th, 5th, and then the 3 and 6. Like it should be that. It shouldn't be, oh nah, we gotta do all this playing shit. But on the other end of that is the league saying you're not gonna rush your guys because you're a 3 seed or you're a 2 seed or you're a four
Mm,
seed. When you know when you clinch the playoffs, you automatically in that. So they
hmm
trying to make people continue to compete because what the league is trying to do, bro, is trying to tell it's it's an alert to the league. Like they're trying to make everything super diverse. So
mm,
like
mm,
Orlando, you know what I mean, or some of these other teams that um are on the verge of making the playoffs maybe in 2, 3 years. They trying to
mm,
put them on alert like y'all can play hard and still make the playoffs. You don't have
hmm
to be the Lakers. You don't have to be the Warriors. You don't have to be the Celtics. You don't have to be the Grizzlies. And they trying to put them on alert like these teams that's right outside of the playoffs, you can still make it. And I don't like that. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? Because now you're giving people like you giving them passes to like, okay, let me just do this now. Because it's gonna be the same thing on the bottom end of the playoffs. Just like y'all trying to prevent this shit on the top of the playoffs.
Right.
It's like, oh nah, we're gonna make the play in anyway. Like what you said, Steph, them like we want to see Steph in the playoffs.
Right.
So like
But they got to earn it.
we want to see Phoenix. Yeah, we want to see Phoenix in the playoffs.
Mm,
But now it's like well, we don't know because load management and injuries and no, bro. The 8 teams in the West and in the East. That's what we want to see.
That's what we want to see.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, don't give nobody no passes, easy shit. It shouldn't be like
Agreed.
that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
put the guys in there that made it. The other guys, they're going to Cancun, everything cool, everybody rich. That's
Yep.
how I feel about it.
I agree,
Yeah,
man. Because it's like,
I agree with
yo,
that.
you like say for instance, you got Phoenix, right? So Phoenix, they trashed this year, right? But you got KD over there and you got Book over there. And you got the number 8 seed. Who's number 8 seed right now? Is it you got
The
Lakers
AC
In the
right now,
West,
in the West? It's
uh,
is
um,
is it no,
uh,
it's not the
uh,
nah,
Kings.
the King,
Hold on, let me
no,
see.
the Kings in Dallas is ninth and
shit, it
10th.
might be Denver right now.
No, I'm gonna
Yeah, I think
check right now.
it's
The Western Conference, the AC right now is the hold on.
probably the
It's the
Grizzlies.
Grizzlies,
Yeah, the
right? So they
Grizzlies.
the
Yeah,
AC and their record is 46-32, right?
yeah,
The Suns record right now is 35-43, right? So Grizzlies worked all year to get 46 wins, 48 wins, and Phoenix Suns get 35, 37 wins, right? They out. But Phoenix is a team with KD and Booker. They get hot, they fuck around and get the 8 seed because of this playing tournament. It's not fair to the Grizzlies, even though we want to see KD and Booker in there. But the
yeah,
Grizzlies work hard all year and they play the play and one of Ja Morant get hurt like a Zion Williamson.
You see what
Then you get
yeah,
I'm
bumped
saying?
out. It's like, yo, all this 82 games to play hard to play, and you going to playing, and KD and Booker get hot and fuck around and get in the AC.
yeah,
You know, I just don't like it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
I
Same. Like,
don't understand.
I'm on your sentiments, Ant.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't
We all
understand
agree on
that,
that.
and I don't understand the in season tournament with the courts looking all crazy. Look, bro, and Byron Scott says something. He was like, "Man, let's go back to everything. All Star
East,
games, all this
West,
playing
yeah.
season tournament shit,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
this
All
playing."
that shit, right?
I'm like, look, man, that's not making nothing better, bro. Like they doing this for the youth, which is cool. I mean, I understand the sentiments of that, but at the same time, I don't understand like how you want to keep the integrity of what the NBA is. Like people trying to do too much, in my opinion. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like keep that shit what it was, cause the kids still watch "Come Fly with Me," Michael Jordan,
yeah,
and then they respond to
Still
all this shit that
watch
they
Space
looked
Jam.
at when, yeah, they Space Jam, the first one. No
Mm-hmm.
disrespect to
yeah.
the second. No disrespect to the
First
second one.
one.
LeBron did a good job.
Shit, no, he
You
didn't.
gotta
Ant, stop playing.
if you want to keep the integrity of the league, you gotta you gotta do the shit that was going on then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You you can
yep,
still be you can still be creative with how the league was, but you don't have to start changing rules. And they talking about move the 3-point line back. I'm like, bro, did y'all move the free throw line back when Mike jumped from the line and Scottie Pippen jumped from the line?
Right,
And
right,
did y'all change that?
right,
yeah,
Like,
right.
don't change nothing. Like, the athlete is going to. This is my thing about the NBA, bro, and kind of the NFL. The athlete is going to change, and the MLB. The
Mm-hmm.
athlete is going to change, especially in the NBA. The athlete is going to change. Nobody's going to change that. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like Michael Jordan changed the NBA with his athleticism. It wasn't like
Mm-hmm.
skills and all this shit. Like he got the skills later, but Mike changed that. Magic Johnson changed the NBA. Larry Bird, Hakeem Olajuwon, like all these guys. LeBron changed the NBA. Allen Iverson changed the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
So now we got Ja Morant, Ant Edwards, and the young fellas, Victor Wembanyama. Like, what you gonna change for him? Because we ain't seen nothing like that. You
Gonna
know what I
make
mean? Like,
the back
you
the
can't keep.
rim higher.
Yeah,
Gonna
it
make
don't even look right. Like, but I mean, you can't change the athlete, but you can't keep changing the rules.
yeah.
The athlete gonna
Yeah, I
keep
just
changing.
don't for
I
me,
like that.
yeah,
I just don't get why they did it because they implemented it during COVID and all that stuff. And I could see if they implemented if it wasn't enough of the superstars and they had trashy teams and they wasn't getting in. So you want a way to elongate the superstars and playing. But like I'm looking at it and like, why did they? I thought it was just for the COVID joint where they're playing in a bubble. I thought it was just for that. After that was over, okay, get rid of it. But they kept it like. There's no use to keep this playing tournament. It is trash. It is trash. And this is why NBA ratings is going down. You already got these dudes shooting 8,000 threes a game. Now you got this playing tournament now. It's just and like you said, it's doing too much and is not helping the ratings of the game.
They focus too much on entertainment.
That's my 2 cents and change.
Yeah, for sure.
2 cents
We all
and
agree
change,
about that.
my guy.
Yes. So that was, as far as the playing, but now let's get to like the conferences now. In the East, I mean, I think the East, man, I think it's between Boston and Cavs. The Knicks, I think that honestly, they might have to the Tibbs era might need to come to an end soon. I think that they reached the ceiling with Tibbs. He's changed the culture. Salute to him. But running guys into the ground and all that stuff, and especially when you got some of the guys complaining, and then it's like also like it's like Tibbs is defensive, but then it's like now this season they all about scoring, and it's like they lost that edge they had last year. That's why I think that it's just a two-headed race with Cavs and Boston, and whoever's going to win between them. I think the Knicks is the third best team clear, but they don't have that defensive identity. And obviously they losing to all the top teams, and I think that's why, And I think honestly, I like Cavs, man. Like I know Boston is Boston, but I like something about the Cavs, man. I think because I like Spider Mitchell. I like Spider Mitchell, and because honestly, if you don't remember, like last playoffs, they was fighting with Boston. But then Spider got injured in, I think it was the third or fourth game, and he ain't play no more. And it was a whole different series after that.
Right.
So now I feel like they confident this time. And they know they can match up because they got the size. They got a lot of stuff. So I think they confident, like feeling like, we not just here. We actually could win. And I'm going to give the edge to the Cavs. That's my 2 cents on it. I got Cavs.
This is my NBA. Yep.
I got the Cavs.
This is my NBA Finals prediction.
Jersey on. What they gonna do?
Hold on. This is
into that. What he doing?
But look who it is.
I know, man.
KD, baby.
It's still next. It's next.
You know it. So my finals prediction, I'm going with my brother Cavs out the East, and this is going to be a surpriser for y'all out the West. LA Clippers.
Okay.
The reason why I say the Clippers, Mel said the Cavs. The reason why I say the Clippers, barring health. This is only barring health, because we all know how Kawhi Leonard, how James Harden can get.
Everything is barring.
Right. That's why I said barring health. If the Clippers are able to stay healthy, right now, as you guys know, shout out to my Giants when they made the run to the Super Bowl. They was the hottest team at the time. Hottest team.
Giants.
No, I'm just saying, it all depends on how you're playing going into the playoffs. Listen, trim out. Calm down.
Like Eli Manning and all that.
Yes, shut up.
I can't laugh.
Walking through that door anymore.
Clippers from top to bottom is well orchestrated. They got a great big man, solid 2-guard, 3-guard point. That team, a bench. Clippers is well orchestrated. And somebody said, no, not Clippers. All right. I'm telling you, Coach well, Tyronn Lue, shout out to Tyronn Lue. If Oklahoma City, let me see. Right now, they will play.
Oklahoma City.
They will play. If the Grizzlies
by the play-in.
Well, if the Grizzlies are able to keep that spot, they will play Grizzlies first round, and they will have to play the Clippers the second round. That's a tough matchup for the Thunder in order to get to the finals. This is why I'm not picking them to get to the finals. That Thunder and Clippers, they don't match up well with Clippers. You see what LA did? They playing tonight. I wonder what's the score right now with LA
I think
and
the
Thunder.
Lakers probably resting Braun in them because
Oh,
they
they
got a
was,
little
but
hold on that third.
you see what Lakers did to. This is why I'm not picking Thunder. You see what Lakers did to Thunder? They smacked them by 27. Like I don't
It's
believe in the
one game.
Thunder.
It's
I do
one
not
game.
believe in the Thunder. The Thunder, they got beat by Mavs last year by just Luka Doncic alone. I do not believe the Thunder yet. Not
So
yet.
Kyrie Irving wasn't playing.
Yeah, that's my
Kyrie Irving wasn't
yeah. Shout
playing,
out to
and
Kyrie Irving,
so
but
like you just said, Luka by himself. Like, what you?
shout out to
Come
Kyrie
on, man.
Irving. Shout out to Kyrie Irving, the boys. But I'm just saying, the Clippers is a dangerous team. You got Kawhi Leonard, James Harden. These guys are playing at superstars levels right now. They won like what 11 out of the last 12 games or something like that. They are on a
Yeah,
roll. They are healthy. Kawhi peaking at the right time. I wouldn't want to face that team, and Lakers too. I wouldn't want to face the Lakers right now either. Lakers is on the roll too, so I got the Clippers and my dark horse is LA in the finals. I don't even. I'm Thunder's out of here. Shout out to your old team, Ant. I
yeah.
know you love them, but
You ready?
Now
eh,
I'm
you
finna
really
change my
we let Ant,
jersey.
yeah,
eh,
yeah,
eh.
we
You
let Ant give
understand?
his 2 cents,
All
and
right.
then I'll give y'all
I
my
give
pick for
my
the
two
West after.
cents with the guys out the
Yeah,
West. I do have at this point the Lakers
What up,
and the Thunder.
Demo?
Demo. I got the Lakers. I got the Lakers and the Thunder, bro. And what's crazy is because I can't trust. I can trust the only. Let me tell you, the only reason I trust the Lakers more is because I can trust their superstar
yeah.
more than I can trust the Clippers superstar. Like Bron is going to do whatever it takes to make it to the finals. I don't know if Kawhi gonna be available, and I love Kawhi. Don't get me wrong, but Bron gonna make sure he there.
Salute, Demo.
And then he got Luca. You see how he started playing when Luca came over there?
Yeah,
You see
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
James is
Rejuvenated,
playing at a
rejuvenated.
high level, super high
Mm.
Yeah,
level. James is playing at a really great level right now, and they all of them are. But we don't know if Kawhi gonna be playing.
Like that's
Braun
why I
yeah,
is
said
he's going to
barring
be there.
health.
That's no, yeah, but Braun gonna be around. It's not even a
Right.
yeah,
question. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Um, Golden State gonna go far, but I
Mm.
got out of the West. Yeah, they're gonna be all right because they got Jimmy. Jimmy do shit people don't really understand what he be doing on the court for them to win.
Right.
He's,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the most highly intangible person as a star in the league.
I agree
And
with
Kawhi
that. Mm-hmm.
was bro when San Antonio was getting them championships and winning, that was Kawhi with Tim Duncan and Manu and
yeah.
Tony Parker.
Tony Parker.
On the program. Mm-hmm.
Kawhi was doing shit that nobody saw on the floor, bro.
Yeah,
Jimmy is that,
yeah.
but
Hmm.
Jimmy's like a real star. Like this is before Kawhi became a star. He was doing that in San Antonio, real shit.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And people don't really understand this. When them Golden State days, I mean, of course, people know like Draymond Green. He's exactly that, but they had some people on that team that was doing stuff that nobody saw on no stat sheet. And that's how I feel about like when Jimmy left Miami, I'm like, it's not gonna be the same unless they get something. It ain't about getting um the superstar guy that's gonna come in. That's why I ain't like that Phoenix move. Cause Brad don't need to be there, in my
No,
Yeah.
you
opinion.
don't.
Him and Devin Booker the same player
Same
essentially.
play. Yeah.
They the same thing, man. That's like if you whenever they ask Brad or like Dev to play the point, like, it don't work. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I'm like, man, dude, that's why like everything got to be about fit. Like everything is fit. It's not about
Yeah.
get the best players. I'm like, man, y'all can't do what Miami did back then with D Wade,
Mm-hmm.
Braun, and Chris Bosh. It's not gonna work. It don't work
Mm-hmm.
like that. You know what I'm saying? You got to get the guys in there. Like you got to get the guys in there that was like manageable, average 14, 15 on certain teams, and then come over there and average 6, 7, but they know they roll. But you got like 8 of them dudes. and then you got your stars around them.
Mm.
It does not work when you're trying to get 4 or 5 superstars on one game. That shit ain't like that no more. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like, why would I? You know what I mean? Like, you see how Brown started playing when Luka came because he knew he got the other guys around that they're gonna win with. Luka still ain't in shape. That's why the only reason I'm saying they're gonna get to the. It's gonna be them, maybe Golden State. I don't know yet. Out the West, the Clippers have a chance. We got to see what Kawhi do.
Mhm.
But like I look at intangible guys that can score like 40 in a playoff game. Clay
Mm.
Thompson was like that. Like people like
Mm.
that. He gonna play defense, gonna do some shit that you're not gonna see on the stat sheet. That's gonna change the whole game. Like, but you got Steph. Steph, you gotta worry about that. You know what I mean? Then you got like Braun. You gotta worry about that. You know what I mean? I don't see that shit necessarily with the Suns, and I watch them every game. I watch all the
Now,
Suns
Suns
games,
is not even
but
an equation, and don't even bring up their name.
they not
Suns,
in the equation. That's why I'm trying. Look, I got a
and you my
hot take.
nigga, son, but
Nah,
bruh, we not
I'm
gonna
just
mention
saying,
Suns,
like
bro.
every. No, I'm saying in general. Look, bro.
My niggas, my niggas say,
No, I'm
my
just
niggas,
saying. I'm just saying. Like everybody was saying, the Suns was gonna be in that
Yeah,
equation with the
yeah.
guys.
They were
I was
saying it
like,
was.
nah.
Yeah, yeah,
Luca went over there. I said, nah, it's gonna be different.
yeah,
Bron gonna play different. All the
yeah,
guys gonna be
yeah.
motivated. Luca still kind of ain't in shape, but he's still Luca.
mm,
And you know, it's just. I look at the intangible guys teams. Like when people leave,
mm,
like Golden State always gonna be in the equation. As long as but they
mm,
too dependent on stuff when Clay gone,
yeah,
Kyrie.
too
Yeah, I
much.
had Dallas up there with them. Yeah, because Clay was
Yeah,
playing
the
really good with
injury bug.
Kyrie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nah,
yeah.
but shout out
yeah.
to
So.
what's that dude name? Starts with a P on the Warriors. Uh,
The white
uh
boy.
yeah, because
Oh,
they brought in
Potter Zingas,
yeah,
Yeah,
him,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
dude,
left
because
hand shot. Yeah, left
they
hand.
brought in what's the dude what's the I forget his
They still
name.
got
Buddy
Camille.
Hill.
Camille gonna be all
Yeah,
right.
they
Yeah,
brought in
buddy.
Buddy
Yeah, buddy.
Hill to be
He's
that
all right.
Clay replacement. He started off the season all right, killing, then he faded off into the sunset.
Yeah,
I don't know what
Yeah,
happened to
he
Buddy
playing all
Hill.
right lately though.
yeah.
He's still
Playing
trash.
good.
He's still I don't know what the hell is wrong with Buddy Hill. He's
Wow.
just
He
still
ain't
trash. You
consistent.
know,
He not as consistent as Clay was for all them
damn
years.
sure ain't.
Nah,
You know, Buddy Hill is Clay now because Clay now is trash. You know, whatever happened to Clay, he lost his superpowers and
it ain't
stuff.
that he trash, but Dallas has so many injuries, and he was up and down with injuries too. But I think injuries really messed Dallas up this year. Honestly, I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
think we really got to really see Dallas like what they could have been.
And this
Because when
is
Luca was still there,
mm,
he was out, Kyrie out. Like, you know what I mean? At this stage, Klay Thompson's not no creator. He's
no,
not gonna do nothing on his own.
no.
So without the
I get that.
playmakers there, you know what I
He
mean?
But this
score.
Yeah,
and this is why I said I was like, yo, Dallas is going to be a championship contender next year. Once they get all their players healthy and get in the fold, that team up and down is crazy. Once they get them three-headed monsters back for their big men, it's crazy. That team is stacked. So they good. They good. But currently, right now, the Dark Clippers, oh, they're gonna ring a death for Ant again. There you go.
that is.
The Clippers and Lakers are my two picks to win it out the West. Cavs out the East. Wait, my quick Ant. Mel, what was your pick out the West? Because you didn't give me your pick out the West.
Oh yeah, because I was letting Ant because he was talking giving his, but as far as the West,
I didn't even talk about the East.
I let that
Nah,
let
go
Ant
ahead.
finish his East. Nah,
Ain't gonna talk us out of the hour that we got left, out of the 30
well,
minutes we got
No,
left.
I'm. Wow.
if I think about all right, so if I give my
we go, we
my
gonna let
if I
we
give
go,
Ant my West honestly man
my nigga.
Y'all ask me questions, I gotta answer.
yeah that's what we want. That's what we want for sure. That's what we want. But as far as the West, man, I ain't gonna lie. I think I like the Lakers what they got going on, and because of the players they got, like LeBron and Luka, is like what Ant was saying. I can like you know what they're gonna give, and then it's like they're gonna be there. A lot of these other teams, there's too many question marks, and then even like a Denver with Jamal Murray being hurt and Westbrook, like it's too many question marks all around. So if I had to be honest, I'm gonna pick the Lakers right now, based on just like without the question mark, just like okay, I gotta go with them.
That's a good pick.
I
I'm
ain't
not
gonna.
mad. I'm not mad at the
I
Lakers pick.
yeah. I ain't mad at
And
that,
then,
bro.
you know what's
Cause
crazy
you
about
not
that?
you.
You know what's crazy about that right quick? Would we have made that same pick if Anthony Davis was still on the Lakers?
No, I wouldn't.
Crazy, right?
Wow.
Crazy. That's crazy. Think about that,
Well,
Ant.
because he's saying it because Luca over there. No, it's real. Look, and it's real, bro. Like both of y'all, man. Like if Luca is over there, so like at some point, Luca gonna look like he looked all the way consistently like he looked in Dallas, and that's
Yeah,
why I'm saying. But I'm not mad at that. The Clippers pick coming out the West. I'm
yeah,
not mad at that
yeah,
because I don't really
yeah.
trust Denver like I did before. But
Mm-hmm.
shit. Out the East, I'm not. I don't trust Cleveland like I
Uh-huh.
trust Boston yet. Not
Okay,
yet. Not yet. But they about to
okay.
be on. They missing one because they got big fella over there, and they got their guards and they got defenders. But
Mm-hmm.
they need a lot of teams need a like a swing man that can like a 3 and D guy. That's why I know a lot of people. It's a lot of controversy around the boy. What's it, Devin Brooks out there in Houston.
Yeah,
Houston gonna be good as they not ready yet, but people like him is
yeah.
what is about to start getting drafted and recruited out of high school. Need guys like that and guards like that. He not a guard. He like more of a three, but like that's the people that's getting paid a lot because they the glue guys. Like I'm not comparing them to Scottie Pippen, but like imagine Scottie Pippen coming out in the draft right now.
Mhm.
He
Yeah.
number one pick because
Mhm.
you gonna want him, or you a trade to get him.
A
They ain't
3 and D
got that.
guy.
3 and
Mhm.
D, 3 and defense, bro.
But the reason why
And
I say the Cavs, I give the Cavs the nod, is because of the three-headed monster that people they talk about, but they don't talk about. You got Mobley, you got Garland, and you got
yeah,
Mitchell.
you know,
Those three guys right there can give you 20 plus any given night, any given time. Then you got Jared Jackson back there punching your shit. So they got they team in the East is that is not a I thought that is a competitive team to go against the Celtics. If you see
well,
head
you
to
think they
head,
can beat them
and
in? You think they can beat them in 7 games, bro?
you think what?
In
Spider Mitchell
7 games
played
in the
big.
playoffs.
I
You
think
think
because
that?
Spider Mitchell has that big game potential.
Wait,
He showed it.
what was the question asked? I didn't get the question asked.
Do you think the Cavs can beat the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals in 7 games?
Absolutely, I got them to go to the finals. So absolutely, yes, yes,
We're gonna put a
absolutely.
wager on.
And
We're
I
gonna put a
think I
wager
think
on that
because
after. We're gonna put a wager on that after the pod.
I
Okay, we do that,
I think because
You
Spider
know,
Mitchell
the Celtics
showed
won
he
a
could play big.
championship.
huh?
Think about the Celtics won a championship against them
Against who?
in the playoffs.
Against
Oh yeah,
Cavs?
they beat the Cavs last season. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not this
Bro,
Cavs team. It's not this Cavs team. It's not this Cavs team.
bro, do
It's not this Cavs
you
team.
think they're gonna beat them in a 7 game series coming out of the Eastern Conference Finals? Coming
I
Listen,
out of the
think
East.
so. Yeah.
yes. I
I
think
got
Oh,
this
we
year's
put
I
this
think
Cavs,
out there.
yeah.
Spider
Come on.
man.
Hey, no, I'm gonna text you after this. Y'all
I
y'all ain't
think it's
gonna
Cavs,
say
yeah,
nothing
bro.
about Jalen Brown, Porzingis, Al Horford, Drew Holiday. There's some guys over there.
It is some
I
Yeah,
don't see how they
guys.
don't
yeah,
come
for
out the
sure,
East. I don't see.
It is some
for
guys,
sure.
I
but I
love
just
Darius
think
Garland, Donovan Mitchell, and Evan Mobley and them. But I don't know,
don't
bro.
forget about Max Strus. That guy can shoot.
But see,
That guy's he's like
gonna
they
be
Steve
really.
Kerr over there.
No, he not like Steve Kerr
I
over
mean,
there. He
he's
he
he
not
could
consistent like Steve Kerr. I need to
listen. If
see
you
it,
need to make a shot, you make a shot. He can make a
brother.
shot. He can make a shot.
You know what I done seen? Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum go crazy.
Absolutely.
I'm not taking them nowhere near not getting to the finals. I'm talking about the West. The East is done for me. The East is done. It's the Celtics to me.
We already
That's
know
on the
Cavs
Okay,
and
okay,
Boston is making the
okay,
it's on
conference finals.
everything.
okay,
We already know
Yeah, they're going
that.
to the finals.
They're going to the
Out
conference
the
finals.
East is the Celtics.
All
okay,
right. What we
West,
got next, Mel?
no, I like that.
okay,
Clippers
okay.
or
And I
Lakers,
mean,
whatever.
I think I was going to ask, if none of us picked Denver, but it was like a matter of if Westbrook can help Denver win a chip. But ain't none of us really have Denver as even as a pick. So I don't think we believe in that. None of us believe in that.
Nah. And
What
shout
you
out to
got,
Westbrook, man. Future Hall of Fame. I know, former teammate of yours. Shout out to Westbrook,
my
man.
brother?
Incredible guy, incredible
Yeah,
integrity guy.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
Denver, they just fired their head coach, so it's like
Oh,
it's
that
a
was
lot of
crazy.
uncertainty. That's crazy. It's a lot of uncertainty going into the playoffs with Denver, and if you look at their team currently constructed, they lost a key piece that was what's the guy, the wingman, the 3-and-D guy that they lost. Um
Denver.
he was on the Lakers.
See
I'm bad
Craig.
with names.
See
Huh?
Craig.
Caldwell Pope.
Caldwell Pope.
That
They
Caldwell
was
Pope.
lost
years ago
that
they
three.
lost him though.
Huh?
They
Nah, they
lost him
lost
right after the
somebody
chip.
recently.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they lost him after the chip. That's what I'm saying. And once they
Oh
lost him
yeah.
after the chip, that was a key guy, like Aunt Murray was saying, a 3-and-D guy. That was Caldwell Pope, a 3-and-D guy.
hmm
He played D on that wing, and he could hit and he could shoot the ball. Because Porter was him and Porter kind of complemented that wing portion of it, and that's how they was able to win that championship. And I
yeah,
just hate when teams win championships, even though I know salary cap and shit plays a factor, but it's like same like for the Lakers, right? When you win a championship, keep the same team, run it back. These teams win championships and they dismantle their teams. I don't get it. Why? Why would you do that? But I get it. If a player is a free agent and he feels like, oh, I just want a chip, I want to go somewhere else. I get that. But if these guys are under contract, if after you win a championship, keep these guys together and run it back. But I think with Westbrook, Denver saved his career. Let's be honest. Denver saved his career because after the Lakers, people was like, should he retire? What are you going to do? Denver said, okay, come over. And Murray got injured. He stepped in. He did his thing. They was like, okay, Westbrook, you can stay. But after this season, I don't know where Westbrook is going to end up. I don't see Denver as a shout out to Joker. Joker's an incredible fucking player. But the nostalgia, the aura of Denver and when they won it is gone. Like nobody is fearing Denver. We don't care. They don't care about Denver. So I just think that's why we didn't mention him, because Denver is just not that team no more.
Well, am I up? Well,
yeah.
I'll
You
say
up? You up?
this. I'll, I'll,
You
been,
up, Ant?
I'll say this.
Man,
No,
man.
y'all see me? Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we hear you. Yep.
I'll tell you this, man. Um, Russell Westbrook is one of the most dynamic and electrifying basketball players I've ever been on the basketball court with, that I got to actually play with.
Absolutely.
Um, wasn't easy to play with all the time, but always made the game easy for me. Um, Off the court, saint, great guy, everything. Love him to this day. Our families love each other, our kids love each other, all that shit. Um, I feel like now
Thank you.
with um, Jamal being hurt, now he has to take a role on that I don't think he feels super comfortable with, because
Mm.
Jamal could do that in that at this point.
Mm,
Not like when Russ was in his prime, but
mm,
I don't know if Russ wants to do what Jamal has to do for them, if that
mm,
makes sense. You
mm,
know what I mean? Because Jamal's a scoring guard, shooting guard. Like, he really is game. But I know he hurt, and I don't like the scrutiny that Russ get. But at the same time, I don't know if it works for what they do without Jamal. Like, he fit
mm,
right in his role when Jamal's there and the
mm.
other guards. And, well, of course, Joker there. You see what I'm saying? But it's just like, if he got to play the role Jamal play, it ain't going to be the same. You
Right.
know what I mean? And that's where he don't have to be in that role. No, he was that when we was in OKC together. Like, them motherfuckers, I'm talking about, like,
We hear you, KB. We see you, KB.
KB, what's going on? I don't see no, but oh shit, I gotta look at everything. I ain't looking at nothing. No, I don't see
Don't
that.
worry, I got you. I got
No, I
you.
ain't even looking at nothing. Hey, everybody, what's happening? Big dog on here. Nah, but I just feel like, you know, you're not in that same prime of that when it was like me, him, KD. Well, I ain't even put me in that, but I was KD, Serge, and all them guys, Kendrick Perkins. And, you know, it's different. You know what I mean? So now we got, he got to figure out how to do that because they're gonna have to make a playoff run. But
Hmm.
nobody has them in there because Jamal to give you, Jamal to give you 40, Jamal to give you 40, 45 in the playoffs. You know what I mean? But
Damn sure will.
it is what it is. Now that's what I'm saying after, and Braun looking at that. So the
Hmm.
Lakers and the Clippers, both of
Hmm.
y'all, right? I mean, out that West, I don't know what who else we talking about out the West.
Right.
Because
Who else we
Denver,
talking about? Right.
yeah, Lakers, like, Bron finna be on one because he like, I'm
Yeah,
not
for
letting
sure.
nobody be.
Hmm.
Yeah, so like when we get to the finals, I win one more shit. I'm right there with Kobe.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why he like what he own, like what he is. I mean, they can get to the finals. I believe it now because they got enough people around them, and now Dallas is out of that kind of for this year. Um, Denver is kind of it's Jamal out, and by the time he get back, he ain't gonna be right for the playoffs and
Hmm.
shit. You
Hmm.
gotta worry about them people across the
And let's
street.
be
If
honest,
I'm
man.
wrong,
Yeah. If I'm Braun, I'm looking at it like, oh, I could get the five right quick. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I can get the five. I get the five. 'Cause if you look at the top two seeds, Thunder and Rockets, yeah, they good, but they are very young. And it takes experience in the playoffs to win these games, to know what it takes, the little nuances, how to work the refs, all that smarts in the NBA and knowing how to navigate to the finals is going to hurt the Thunder and the Rockets in the long run. But this is what helped them get to that next level once it's their turn. But I don't believe them right now. That's why I said Clippers, LA, those LA teams are the two my picks to get out the Western Conference.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. You worry about my guys, man. We gonna have to worry about my Thunder. Shea Gillis, Alexander.
I don't believe them,
I'm
man. They just
I'm
got
I'm
cooked
giving
by Lakers
y'all
by
context
27.
right now, bro. They don't just
Look,
give number two from the Thunder to anybody. To my dog, my
let
baby.
me see what's the score right now.
It don't
They
matter
they
what
currently
the
losing right
score
now
is,
to LA
man.
by
Them
3.
niggas, hey, listen, bro. They don't just get that number to anybody. Finna go down there and get angry. I'm trying. I'm telling you, because he on one right now. Because he like, oh, they saying we're too young and shit. No, Shea Gilgis Alexander is the guy
He's the guy.
over
He's the guy.
everybody. Yes. I got my Thunder. They the only people that The experience is what it is. But
Right now
they can beat the
losing.
Lakers and the Clippers. I'm
Well, right now
getting
they
them to the
losing to
final.
LA.
I'm cool with
Tell
that.
them, tell them.
And they beat
Hey, yo,
them in
Ant, tell your
7
Thunder,
games.
tell your Thunder to beat LA. Because if LA beat them, if
And
LA beat them right now, don't let them lose right now. And if LA
hey, what
beats
my
them right now,
OKC fans up, man? I love y'all.
they ain't
Don't
here.
let them
They
get
just
involved right now.
don't,
They gonna get involved.
do. Let's Luca right now got 21 on them boys right now. Oh Lord.
What do
How
you
much
think he
LeBron got?
did?
LeBron
LeBron
played?
LeBron right now got 19. Austin Reeves got
What they see from the
18.
field? They ain't even playing good
Yeah.
right now. They not even playing
Let's see what
well right now, bro.
And I bet
Shy got
you
25. He giving them buckets
okay.
right now.
Come on,
Okay, I got Shay
man.
on
That's
my
crazy.
fantasy team. I need him to do
Look
his
at him.
thing.
He's finna get a bag. You talking
But they
about
losing
that?
by
Look, bro,
6.
finna get a bag right now.
They
What else
losing by
y'all want
6.
to talk about, man? Yeah,
Next subject.
man.
What we got, Matt?
Well, the what ifs, man.
Oh, the what ifs. Go ahead. Let's get into the what ifs.
You got him on deck?
I'm ready.
No, I thought you had them.
Man, y'all
Nah,
had
not
locked
written down.
in, man.
All right. All right. We get them right now. Okay. So the first what if, let's get into what if. And shout out to, I got to bring it in right. So this is the what if segment, man. Shout out to my son, your nephew,
Yeah.
AJ. He curated the what if section. You met my son when the first time he came on the pod, and I had my son because he wanted to meet you on the first
Yeah,
time he came on the podcast.
but hey, tell Yagan he tapped in. Tell
Nah,
him I said what's up.
he in college right now. He shout out to Winston-Salem State University. Shout out to them boys, the Rams up there. That's where he at currently, you know. So he up there doing his college thing.
WSSU. Yes,
Yes, yep,
sir.
doing his college thing. But you know, he curated. He's a
What up,
bad. He's a,
A?
he's a basketball savant too. We had these
My dog,
conversations,
A,
you
man.
know. So he wanted to get involved. So he
Yeah.
does. He curated the what if portion of this podcast. So what if? What if Kevin Durant feet was 2 inches smaller in that playoff series versus Milwaukee?
And
What
They
that
if
was a
that was
three-pointer?
a 3-pointer? What if that was a 3-pointer and that's the
asking
game winning
me?
shot? Huh?
You asking me?
Yeah, it's just a general question that we ask. Like, what if
Oh,
Kevin Durant 2-pointer was counted as a three? What you think would happen? What if?
they would have been in the finals.
Mm.
I agree with
Why
Because
so?
that.
Doug was on one. He was on one. And them, I remember where I was at watching that game. And I told him, I texted him, I said, man, them motherfucking big ass them 17 feet shoes, bro. Because that was a tough ass shot. But see, you know,
Tough.
like,
Tough.
Off
bro,
the
Tough.
inbound.
it, we used
Tough.
to do we used to do this thing, bro, with like this workout, like where he like where I used to we'll do something like, hey, I'm gonna do a move, you do a move. And then we'll do coming off screen, you come off a screen. So like was good coming off to my left, and he was good doing both. But he like, well, you do it this way. I want to see if you can do it. And I'm like, well, do it better this way. We both first to five shots made off 3, 2, whatever it was, and we challenged each other. And I was like, that's kind of me and Steph used to do that too. But yeah, man, that shit he did, he called that play. He just didn't
Wait.
know where his foot was. He
Mm,
called that. I know he called that play. You
mm,
know what I mean? I wasn't one of them guys who call plays like that. I call plays every now and then, but not to win the game.
mm,
You know what I mean?
mm.
And he came off. I said, man, well, size 17, bro. If you wore 14, bro, y'all don't want went to the finals.
Yeah, because Atlanta
That-
Hawks, they would have beat the Hawks in that next round. I mean,
They
maybe
have
because they
nothing
didn't
for that.
have
They didn't
because
have
remember,
nothing.
Kyrie wasn't there and Harden was dealing with that hamstring. So,
Yeah, he was doing that shit on his own.
yeah.
But
So
yeah,
Yeah, he
shout out to
was
Kenny
killing.
Atkinson that was over there, the head coach. Kenny Atkinson that's in about
Yeah.
maybe get head coach of the year. Real shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Nah, he called that shit. I'm like, man, I know the play they finna run. I be knowing, like, I knew the play they was finna run. Came
Yeah.
off going to the right. I said, you let him go right, bro. It's gonna. And he cashed that bitch, and it was like, damn, this fool was on the line. But
Yeah. I remember watching that game live. I'm like,
yeah,
oh. Then I'm like,
yeah,
damn, on the live?
yeah.
Damn.
Where I
Yeah,
was at,
KD is a
I'm sitting right there.
cold. KD is a
Man, you let the bro got the shit.
cold motherfucker. Shout to KD.
Yeah,
Nah,
salute
but
He
KD.
probably
that
watching this shit, but he
like
ain't gonna say
it's
nothing.
only a few players that can make that shot, right?
Yeah,
And I will put you in that category as one of those guys that can make that type of shot because of your release and you know that how you because it's the technique. Because when Kevin Durant caught it off the inbound, he was already in that motion. Because some players shoot from their hip to go up, some players catch it and able to shoot it like that. Like you, KD, Steph can do that. Like they cap it, like they call Stephalus, you know. So coming off the screen, off the inbound, to be able to catch the ball, turn around, because the off the, catch it at the peak of your shot, go up. That's a difficult shot to make. And he made it. But just this much. Just it was like
I
that much, man.
told
And
him
I
I
think that
texted him. I said, bro, if you was size 15 or 14, you'd make like y'all went to the finals. He was
that
like, I
yeah,
know,
that
because
that
you're not
Yeah.
that
looking.
was
It's quarter awareness, but in that moment in the playoffs, it's different. But I
different.
tell you, like, just like a basketball thing, like workout shit. With both of those guys, um, and CJ McCollum, Dame. I ain't work out as much with Dame. Worked out more with CJ because we was like the same position.
Mm-hmm.
Footwork. When I tell the kids this, if your feet right, it don't matter what happens up here.
Mm-hmm.
Like up here, bro. This has been doing this since 4 years. Your feet right when you coming off them screens or the pick and roll to shoot or pull ups or catch and shoot anything, you work on your feet and your lower
Mm-hmm.
extremities versus working on. I need to work on the jump since I was like 10 years old, bro. Never did the work.
Mm-hmm.
Ask any y'all gonna interview a lot of people. Ask all of them. Did you ever have to change it? I ain't changed my shots. I was 8, 9 years old because I was on the
Mm-hmm.
hip. That's why I tell my son, my oldest son, my 12-year-old, play AAU. I'm like, I'm not gonna change your shot. Well,
Mm-hmm.
Daddy, no, I ain't gonna change your shot. Your footwork gonna be right. Then you gonna see how you gonna make more shots because your lower extremities and your footwork is always right. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I seen them guys like Steph was really that, and Seth too, both of them, Seth and Steph, Seth Curry, yeah, like all that. Come off them screens, shoot that motherfucker. I don't care whether you're gonna get stronger, you're gonna be able to shoot higher, like above your shoulders and shit like that. But the thing is, Dale Curry was my daddy. You know what I'm saying? So like, I
Yeah.
teach them that. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta teach you that the right way. But yeah, man.
Yep.
What else? What's going on, man?
Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I
'Cause
hear
my
you,
shit was
bro.
tweaking.
Yeah.
I see
My
you.
shit was tweaking.
What was the next what if, bro?
So what if? All right. So the next what if, man? What if the Blazers beat the Lakers in 2000? Y'all remember Lakers came
Oh
back from 15 down versus
man,
the Portland Trail Blazers, and they were able to beat the Portland.
wait, your volume went down, bro.
Your shit down,
Your
bro. I can't.
volume went down, bro.
Hello.
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay. Y'all hear me?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
Y'all heard the what if, right? The what
yeah,
if the
yeah,
Blazers beat the
yeah,
Lakers in the 2000 Western Conference Finals when they was down by Lakers was down by 15, came back to win that game.
yeah,
So
yeah.
what if The Portland Trail Blazers beat the Lakers in that series.
It's documented that if they would have lost that, they was probably going to end up breaking up. They was because Kobe and Shaq, they was having their little disagreements and already, and it was like, you know, they brought Phil Jackson over there to try to make that work. But yeah, it's been documented that if they would have, because remember before that they lost the year before. I think it was it to Utah? They lost to Utah twice in the
Yeah,
playoffs. So
Kobe
they
had
would
the air balls and
in the
air
rookie
balls.
year, so they kept coming up short, and that was like, okay, we bringing Phil over here, but yeah, if they would have lost that, yeah, I don't think we would have got no Shaq Kobe dynasty. It would have been a wrap.
That's crazy, bro.
History
Say that.
Yeah, because
different.
they played because the Lakers ended up because that was their first championship. They ended up
Yeah,
playing
they
the
beat the Pacers.
Indiana Pacers, and this was Pippen wanted this bad. After the game, he had the towel. He
Yeah.
threw the towel down. He was so fucking upset because you know why? This would have gave him 7. This would have gave him 7 rings. He would have had 7. He would have got out of the Mike shadow. He would have won one without Mike. This Pippen wanted this shit badly. He wanted it badly. He wanted it badly. Couldn't get it. Couldn't get it.
I think that would have been big. That would have been big for Portland in general. But I didn't even realize that would have been 7 for bro. Because Mike would have came back. He did come back. He knew he was gonna win because he knew Pitt wasn't gonna win. He knew Pitt wasn't gonna win another win. But like, unless Mike went to unless, well, I mean, he knew what it was at that time. That's 2000, 2000. Yeah, around that time. But that was the beginning. See, this is the kind of shit I be thinking about, bro. Mike probably knew he not gonna beat that boy over there in LA. That number 8 over there in LA, he not gonna be able to get him. Cause he not gonna let him beat him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably why Mike was like, nah, I'll come back later.
Mm-hmm.
I come back in 2001 or whenever and just play and average 20 and show people I can still. He not gonna beat them. He ain't good enough to go over there and just win with somebody. But Pip could have did that though. I don't know why he didn't keep playing. He tried to do that shit in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Shit wasn't cracking. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
and all of them tried to do it. I'm like, man, come on, man, y'all too trying to play around. But it's real shit. But Mike came back and said, look, I'm gonna own the team and go over and average 20 to show you I can still score.
Yeah.
Uh, and he averaged like
What?
20,
What?
21 at 40, bro. That shit crazy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But legacy wise, we got to get it. I ain't going into this, man. Because Pip tripping. He is tripping. Like Pip, like we love you, bro. Like it was you, the NBA Jam back in the day. We respect you. We like. Why are you doing all this shit? Like
Yeah,
why?
he
Yeah.
doing too much.
We
Yeah.
love you, Pip. You
Yeah.
don't have to do all this. The braids and
Yeah.
shit. Come on, bro. Like we love you, bro. Cut that shit
Like the
off
Braves.
and just be Pip, bro. We love get the little mini box, bro. We love you. I swear to God, I love Scottie Pippen. I'm like, man, Scottie Pippen one of the best players I've ever seen in my life. Real
Yeah.
shit. But it's like, why y'all talking about the Mike and Pip shit? Like, Mike, come on, Pip. Mike ain't saying nothing. Mike
Yeah.
is Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Pip, stop talking about shit, man.
Yeah, stop
You the
talking, Pip.
best.
Yeah.
You the best Robin to a Batman ever. And that
Mm-hmm.
it's not because of his game. It's just because of who that nigga was. It
Right.
ain't you, nigga. You could have went to Seattle. You got drafted by Seattle, got traded. Could have been to Seattle, who broke all their records and been all that. You wouldn't have won them chips like that with Mike. You would have had the
Right.
face blood. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. Just be cool. I wish You know how many people want to beat Scottie Pippen? Like in his life?
Hold on,
Oh,
and
bro.
so
No, go
KB
ahead.
had a
Yeah, I was
question. No, no, KB had a question. I was talking with her in the comments while y'all was talking, and she asked the question, the GOAT, if you're not number one in any stats and barely top five in any stat, how can you be a GOAT? So I was asking her like which player are you referencing to,
yeah,
KB?
I
I
want to know
want
what you're talking.
Yeah, I want to know who you talking about. But go ahead, and I just wanted to shout her out right quick because she was asking a couple of questions in the chat.
Nah, when she referenced that, then let me know what you're talking about. But nah, y'all go
Mm.
ahead, man. I'm just chilling, bro.
No, I'm just in terms of that. I just think that that's a huge what if because obviously Lakers went on to win a first championship, but again, like I alluded to, I think Pippen wanted that more.